good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're joining us from, and welcome back to another Track Titan community race. We're on the 23rd community race, and wow, this is looking interesting for me. We're at Zandvoort in the Lotus Type 49. You'll have to excuse the choppiness of the picture right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, today I'm joined by Mr. Spitslam. How are you doing?
Hello, guys.
We'll be covering, well, all the action on track today. I'm sure there'll be plenty of action because a person has already spun. And yeah, so there will be plenty of action on track today. And the reason why is because, like a madman, I have set the damage to 100% and the tyre wear to 100%. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if anyone can actually keep it on track. If not, it'll be funny. If they do, it'll be impressive. You were in the channel chatting to Michelle and Alexander Gray before the race, Spitslam. How do they feel? What are they thinking about the show so far?
I think they're just finding new ways to get the car, to get the grip of the car. The only thing I think it's really hard to get the grip.
Yeah, it seems like this is a very, very slidey car. However, that being said, there is one driver who seems to be on the ball, and that's Jesus. Because Jesus, in the qualifying, put in a 140.519. And on the RSR leaderboards, that is 1/10. Well, sorry, just about over 1/10 off the world record time for this track and this car. So if Jesus can manage to link a lap together and get some space in qualifying, which is going to be difficult anyway, but if he manages to do it and gets underneath a 140.412, he's going to break the world record for this track in this car. So fingers crossed for him. Hopefully he can go and smash it. And he's the kind of driver that can do that. But, well, as we can see here, we're watching him go around the track. He's going to come up on traffic very soon. And that's going to, well, not make it easy for him, to say the least. Traffic usually complicates things, we all know. But Jesus, yeah, looking to at least put it on pole. If not, get a world record out of today. Do you think he's got the chance to do that today, Switzerland?
I think everybody got the chance to beat the world record if they are good enough. So yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
He can, if he gets a cool head.
If he keeps a cool head, he can definitely get it. And you can see his car control is incredible. I'm gonna jump on board with him. I'm gonna see quite how he's managing to do this. This will be something to learn from for the other drivers if they're listening in or if they're gonna watch after. We'll just try and figure out exactly where he's gaining the time because, well, I don't know the trick to this car. I didn't race it. I'll be honest, I'll confess, I didn't have time to do the hot lap challenge this week, like I did last week, so I have no idea quite how bad this car is, but judging by the fact that he's literally having to counter steer around the corner, this car looks like a bit of a drifter. I'm pretty sure that hasn't been
terrible. It's terrible. I can tell you, it's terrible.
Well, I mean, if this is an accurate representation of how they drive, then I've got to give credit to the F1 drivers of the 1960s because, bloody hell, how did they keep it on track then?
I don't know. That's me.
Well, see, we're looking at Jesus coming around, just around the top of the track now into Box 9 through to Box 10, and I think the trick seems to be counter steer. Get sideways around the entire circuit, keep your foot down, and don't lift. Full send. And to be honest with you, that's the way that I drive every car, and it doesn't usually work out, so maybe I should have driven this one this week. Maybe this would have worked out for me. Nonetheless, here we are coming into the chicane. Oh, I don't think he's done that one very well, but we move on. This is an interesting track, is Zandvoort. If you've seen it on the F1 this year, you'll notice that where we're coming around right now looks a little bit different, and that's because this is Zandvoort of old. This is Zandvoort before the F1 renovations. So this corner that we've just left, which is the... I'm not going to try and say that. That's far too Dutch for me.
Oh yeah, I will not try that as well.
That's far too Dutch. But that's now banked, very banked in real life, with a lot more runoff and a very, very steep banked corner. And then also coming through here into the right, and then this left-hand hairpin is also got a bit of extra banking in real life now. Goes right up onto where the wall is there. However, this is, yeah, like we say, it's the Assetto Corsa Zandvoort, so it's probably modelled around 2000 and I want to say like 13. Yeah. So
it was made 14, so like we can say like 2010s would be around 2010s would be a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a slightly dated version of the track, but I suppose that's a little bit more accurate considering these cars that we're in, these old Lotuses. It's probably actually closer to what they would have raced in their time when they were racing here. I'm not sure if this car ever raced here in Formula One. Not 100%.
Let's do some Google research.
Yeah, potentially. I tell you, I'm not going to do it on the fly. I'll discombobulate myself.
I can do it.
You have to find out for us if this car ever raced here. Nonetheless, I'll focus on the qualifying because we have 3 minutes left, and well, as we've expected, Jesus is topping the times at the minute with a 1:41.058. He's still got 5/10 to find down on his practice time and on the world record time. So definitely some time to be found for this driver here, but nonetheless, he's still on pole position. And then Mr. Ryan Skywalker, there we go, Jesus putting in a slightly faster lap into the 140s, the first driver to get into the 140s in qualifying. Ryan Skywalker is very close behind, a 1:41.067, and he looks to be the closest driver on track to Jesus today. Eric Schmendera in a 1:41.1, and Michelle Rodriguez putting in a decent time there of a 1:42.6. Some of the other drivers that were doing very well in practice include they must have not set a time and I can't see them on the side. Just 9:11 and Jovan Oisthausen were both putting in really, really top times, and they were within a second of Jesus in the practice. So hopefully they can put in a valid lap time and, well, put themselves in contention for the first race. Have you figured it out, Switzerland?
Oh yeah, I did. Well, they did race at this Zandvoort, but like at turn 3, it's just it comes to a lot bigger version of Zandvoort. Ah,
it doesn't have the interior section, does it?
Yeah. So basically, yes, but actually no.
Yes, but also no. Well, there you go. Thank you, Switzerland. You are the man of the hour there. So these are the cars that would have raced you, but yeah, not quite on this layout, but well.
Oh, they were like in the Senna era, like this track. Now I remember.
Yeah. But this is when this was remodeled to this era.
9 and 10, someone actually died, which is.
Oh, that's heavy.
Not a very fun fact.
That's not a fun fact. Can we have more light facts next time?
What did I say?
Oh, dear me. Okay, well, we'll have some fun facts next time. In the meantime, keeping an eye on the qualifying, Ryan Skywalker's gone even faster and put in a 1:40.679, which means that Ryan Skywalker is now third place, technically, on the RSR leaderboards. He would be third place if he was putting times on there, on the RSR leaderboards. So, to be honest with you, having a second and a third place time in the world in one session is definitely good running for the track titan community here, and I have full faith with this 100% damage. This is why I had full faith. The damage makes them go faster, you know? It spurs them on. I'm sure they definitely agree.
We do Highlands short, just minimize the damage, yeah? Like do a 0, that would be fun. Or it would be carnage.
It would be too much carnage. I need to have some punishment for these bandits, you know?
Yeah. Turn 1 can be carnage at any track, let's be real.
That is true, especially at this track with the deep braking into the hairpin. Anyway, I need to get back on track because we're into overtime, qualifying's finished, and Jesus, as he comes across the line to finish his final lap, is only sitting in 3rd place. Oh. Never mind. Never mind.
Paul.
Never mind. That's Paul. So Jesus there, banging it on Paul with his final lap of qualifying. And Ryan Skywalker very, very close behind with a 1:46.79. Only 3/10 off Jesus. Eric Jamandera there. Oh, in the gravel. Not anymore. Puts it on 3rd position.
He just put the lap. He put it into the gravel.
Right at the end. Devastation. Yeah. Well, yeah, Eric Zamindera there with a 1:48.03. So your top 3 are all within 2/10 of each other. Just over a tenth. And then it's 2 seconds, well, a second and a half back to Jovan Oosthuizen in 4th. Isaac Gard in 5th and Michel Rodriguez in 6th. Michel couldn't get this car activated. He just couldn't get it nailed down. He was complaining about it before, and it's something about this car that doesn't work with him. So he's not expecting to be doing too well this time around. But we will find out anyway, because we are about to get into the racing. I'm going to jump forward all the way to the front of the pack. Jesus sat on pole with Ryan Skywalker looking to make a daring move up the inside of turn 1. Is it going to happen, Spitslam? Any moves on the first turn from Ryan Skywalker?
Anything can happen. Anything can. let's just say it like that, and let's keep it like that. I don't want to call any crash. The commentator's curse is real, and we know it.
This is true, but what if you said there was going to be no crash? What if you said there was going to be a crash, and that means there's going to be no crash, you know? I'm hoping that's what it is. But actually, another surprise from qualifying, Just 911 didn't put in a valid lap, so he sat down on 15th. So we'll expect to see him fighting through the grid from all the way from 2nd to last. And we've got 16 drivers on the grid ready for 15 minutes of racing. 6 lights out and away we go. And Jesus has got a very good start there. Definitely cleared off from Ryan Skywalker a little bit. There's a big battle further back. There's bumping. Oh, someone's already into the wall. It's Eric Jamandera spinning around the track. He's collided with about 3 different drivers. Ryan Skywalker has tried to make a move up the inside and he's got himself through on Jesus into the first corner. The move has been made and Eric Jamandera is off in the background. Jovan Oosthuizen managed to make his way up into 3rd position through all the carnage there, and Michel Rodriguez into 4th. Ryan Skywalker just holding on through turn 3 now, and Jesus goes around. Jesus spins on the second hairpin, and he manages to go into the wall. He managed to recover it, but he recovers back only into 6th position, so he's down from 1st into 6th within 3 corners. That's just the danger of these cars and how little grip they have, especially when you clip the curb just like he did there. So Ryan Skywalker, very happy to see that. Ryan Skywalker away in 1st position, up to the top of the track, and then round into the left-right flip-flack, followed closely by Jovan Oosthuizen. It's a very good showing from these 2 drivers. Now, up in the top 2, Michel Rodriguez, Isaac Gard, and Lolliger. All 3 line astern coming through into Box 9, through into the left-hander at Box 10. Who's that's gone round? Jovan's gone round as well. Jovan's had a spin and he's dropped himself down into 5th position just ahead of Jesus. And he's allowed Michel Rodriguez, Isaac Gard, and Lolliger through. Isaac Gard and Lolliger having a good battle here coming into the chicane. Lolliger's going to look to make a move into the chicane, is he? He's looking inside, but he decided better and he's not gone for it this time around. So coming around the chicane and into the final few corners as Eva Goblin makes a move further back. Ryan Skywalker is almost 2 seconds ahead of Michel Rodriguez in 2nd position as he gets a bit of oversteer there for on the final corner, and coming on to the start-finish strip, it's Ryan Skywalker now leading from 2nd where he started, from Michel Rodriguez, Isaac Gard, Lolliger, Jovan Oosthuizen and Jesus all the way down in 6th position from 1st thanks to that spin that he had. Wow, what a first lap. Spitslam, what do you think of that?
I don't know what to say. That's the first thing I will say. But did they forget that this is an open wheel race?
I think so.
At the back, I was watching Just 911 and then Eric, because Just 911 retired. But Eric was bumping wheel to wheel with these people. Okay, he's retiring as well. Eric is retiring.
Yeah, I think thanks to some damage, Just 911 and Eric retiring, so the 100% damage claims 2 victims already. Within a lap, it claims 2 victims. But, well, there we go. Jesus. Oh, is that Jesus getting spun round? That's Jovan getting spun round by Jesus. Jovan Oosthuizen gets spun round by Jesus. Just a little bit of a clip as he comes round. And, well, Jovan ends up backwards. He ends up in 6th position, and Jesus makes up a position, and now he's chasing down Lolliger. I'm not 100% on what happened there, whether that was a spin that was already in motion or whether Jesus just helped him round. Wow, a bit of chaos there, and Eric leaves. Eric's had enough. Sorry, Eric. The Lotus is... Yeah, they've claimed more victims. Oh, who's that going slow? Oh, yeah, it's Jesus letting Jovan back through. Nice bit of sportsmanship there. Jesus clearly thinking that he was at fault for the spin. Ah, there we go.
Okay, Jesus is doing... It's one thing to try to attack back to Jovan, and Lolliger is trying to attack Isaac. God, if he can do it. But he's always getting to half a second and then he just loses something. Yeah, it's hard to drive this car.
Yeah, it's very, very hard to race a car like this. But yeah, Lolliger trying to make a move on Isaac Gard. Like you say, he gets to about within half a second as he is now, and then just seems to drop away. I think it's just a bit of slipstream. It unsettles the car a bit, and well, he can't seem to find a way past Isaac. Another driver that's battling away, Jesus, on Jovan once again. Jovan gets on the gravel, goes left, goes right, goes sideways, goes into the wall. He's cracked his glass. He's backwards on the straight. Driver's gonna have to swerve to avoid him. Jovan spins back around and rejoins just behind Alexander Gray, and that's yeah, quite devastating for Jovan there. I think he just got two wheels on the gravel, and it sucks you right out wide, and you're just a goner by that point. You're just a goner. Isaac Gard and Lolliger are still battling away. Isaac Gard just holding on through the short straight into the chicane and coming around into the final complex. Lolliger gets alongside Isaac Gard. Isaac Gard has the inside line. He's going to try and brake late and hold that position. He does for one more lap. Lolliger gives him a little bit of a bump, but they both managed to come away fine there, which is quite a contrast to the other bumps that have been going on so far. And Lolliger now sitting behind Isaac Gard, got a bit of speed on him down the straight. He's going to try and get some slipstream all the way down the start finish. Isaac Gard moves to the inside, Lolliger to the outside. Lolliger's going to try and move all the way around. Oh, and he sits back down in 4th position, just not able to brake as deep as Isaac Gard into that first corner by the looks of it. Interesting.
Well, definitely, this is the most cleanest racing on track for now.
I think everyone's terrified to touch each other.
if I can just turn away the attention for a while, my friend just texted me on Discord, and he's just like, I don't know how they can race with these cars. They wobble on the straights. He couldn't even make it to turn 1, and he's just like, respect for these. Yeah, everybody has respect.
Yeah, big time.
These guys are just... this is the army. And Lolliger is trying to make the move and loses control of the car, while Isaac is going smoothly through corners.
I think Twadi might have had an incident because he dropped down from about 6th, I think, to 8th behind Jovan, so I guess he must have had a little bit of a spin. Oh, Isaac Gard got a serious bit of lock on, and he's gone into the gravel. He's gone into the gravel. He's going straight across the chicane, and Lolliger, he still rejoins ahead of Lolliger. He manages to maintain his gap, but he lost a little bit of time there going across the gravel. You know what? I think ABS is on, so he can't have locked up the brakes, but he got a little bit of opposite lock on, and well, he had to take the escape road, and he had to go straight across the gravel in through the chicane, and well, Lolliger rejoins. Well, he rejoins the track, sorry, ahead of Lolliger, just over a second ahead now. And, well, the battles are spreading out a little bit. I'm going to look back because Evil Goblin is looking to make a move, as is Alexander Gray. Oh, Twadi's had another incident. Twadi is all across the track. He's going to be battling some serious damage after a smack like that. But he rejoins in 8th position, just ahead of Evil Goblin, quite far ahead of Evil Goblin now. And, yeah, Alexander Gray moves up into 7th position. He's going to be a happy boy with that, putting in a nice, decent race, a decent midfield race. Nothing to complain about there. Any other close battles on track, Spitzlam? Has there any been you watching?
No, everything over 2 seconds, actually. Except Lolliger, he's still keeping his spirit strong.
Yeah, Lolliger is still on the hunt for that podium position, but It's just, I think when he gets near another driver, you lose a little bit of control. Who's that going slow? Who's that? Oh, it must be another driver. I'm not sure who that was going slow. Eric Shimandera, down in 14th position. Oh, yeah, of course, he went off, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he's battling away with just 911. This is a good battle now.
You say that and he crashed into someone, and I don't know who that was.
I'm not 100%.
I will never know.
Alexander Gray. Alexander Gray has been collided with by Eric Shimandera. He's sat on the apex of turn 4 there, turn 5. And he's reversing, rejoining just behind Twardy, but that was... What happened there?
That was
honestly...
a collision. Alexander spun, and just as you were counting Eric and just 911, just 911 avoided Alexander Gray, and Eric collided straight into him. He didn't have a chance to avoid him.
Simply tragic for Alexander Gray there. Look at that car. That is smashed up. That's £1 million repair bill. Oh, bit of sideways action there for Alexander Gray. Who's this coming to chase him down? Is that Evil Goblin? It is. Evil Goblin now on his way to chase down Alexander Gray, trying to make a move. He's within 2 seconds now, and it looks like this might be the one to close it, because I think Alexander might be battling a serious bit of damage. Let's jump on board with him, see... Oh, wow, look at that steering angle. To go straight, he has to turn like 45 degrees left.
Alex.
Or who? Alexander Gray. Jumping on board with him. This is, that's... That is the funniest bit of driving I have seen in a while.
That can actually happen.
He has got some serious steering damage. If he can steer anywhere within this top 10, that is a massive achievement as Evil Goblin goes through. Evil Goblin... Oh, no, not Evil Goblin. Who's that going through? Eric. Alex is scared of being roasted if he retires. He knows that we will. And he's still battling with Evil Goblin with a full opposite lock on to go straight. He's battling with Evil Goblin, but Evil Goblin moves through into 8th position. Alex barely able to turn left in the straights. You know what? I think he wishes we were playing NASCAR. I mean, then he could just turn right and he'd be happy. This is incredible.
Oh, no, you already roasted him. He doesn't even need to retire. You did it yourself. Oh, God.
He's got 4 minutes left to survive this. Well, honestly, if he manages to get it round to the finish, that's an achievement as is. So, well done for managing to keep it on track and keeping it relatively safe there, Alexander Gray. He's actually, keeping up with Evil Goblin, given his steering damage. That makes it, well, to be honest with you, round of applause to Alexander Gray for managing to actually bring a battle with steering damage like that. But wow,
impressive stuff. Something. Nobody wants to retire.
No one wants to retire. They don't want to feel my wrath. We've still got all but one driver, Gyro, retiring. I think he had a few incidents and then called it a day a few minutes ago. So he deserves the ultimate roast. He couldn't even finish the race. Come on, Gyro. What's going on? Stick around for the second race at least. I'm going to jump back to Isaac Gard in 3rd position still, and it looks like off camera, while I was focusing on and laughing at Alexander Gray, Jesus managed to get past Lolliger. So Jesus, having span on the 3rd corner, gone completely around and dropped back into 6th position, is now all the way back in 4th, and he's chasing down Isaac Gard. He's got just under 3 minutes left to close down. How much is the gap? I think a few seconds. It's just gone off my screen. 1.6 seconds to get a podium.
God.
This is going to be a battle for the podium. Jesus, the man that can, is what I'm going to call him. His best lap time in this race. This is a race lap time. Is a 1:40.550. So he's only 3/100ths off his best ever time in the practice. So, well, very, very impressive driving from Jesus, and he is on the hunt for podiums. He's not happy about spinning. He's gone from pole to 6th to 3rd to 4th and potentially to 3rd. He is, yeah, he's closing Isaac Gard at a rate of knots. Although only 2 minutes left. And a driver backwards just coming around. It's Eric Gimandera is backwards on Bok 10. He's going to rejoin now. Rejoin the track behind the bollards. Come on, Eric. You've ruined my camera angles. There we go. Eric, another driver that seems to be battling some serious steering damage. I'm going to jump on board with him and see how that looks. Jesus Christ. That car is not well. That is a poorly car on track right there. Eric Gimandera.
Oh, Eric.
His wheels are sideways.
No. Oh, retired the car. No, just give it to the pits.
He maybe needs to come into pits there.
And on chat, and I'm just like, Eric retired the car.
Well, one driver that doesn't have damage and is absolutely flying is Bislam there saying to Eric, retire the car. Jesus battling away with Isaac Gard. They're not far off Michelle Rodriguez either, so Jesus could be on for a second place finish if we can get a final way past Isaac Gard and through onto Michelle Rodriguez. He is right on the back, well, no back bumper, but he's right on the exhaust of Isaac Gard coming down the straight into the long right-hander. Eric, oh, and Antis almost collided with Jesus. Jesus has gone around. He's been collided with by a back marker. Who was that back marker there? It was... I can't figure it out. But the back marker span on the end of the straight. He's collided with Jesus, and that battle that was brewing, Jesus on the hunt for a podium, has suddenly vanished from his very eyes.
I'd say it sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. I should have replays of this. I forgot that I've got replays. I'll start getting replays for everyone.
You have replays.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't captured it. I haven't figured out how to go back in time quite yet. So
oh god, yeah.
We'll get them for the next race because I'm sure the carnage is, well, not limited to one race. Isaac Gard through on Michelle Rodriguez and then back again. Ryan Skywalker is going to come around and start the final lap. He's on the final corner now, and well, that's calmed the entire lot down because, well, that was the battle. That was the battle. It was Jesus chasing down Isaac Gard and Michelle Rodriguez. No longer. Absolutely assassinated by a back marker and now back in 5th position.
He's repairing his car in the pit lane. Yeah, that will take a while.
Eric has 5 minutes.
God.
Eric has 5 minutes of repair for his backwards car. And well, you can see why.
I don't think that's healthy for the car.
I don't think that's very good for it at all. Another driver in the pits, Jesus. Jesus is coming to the pits.
Wait, what?
He has a bit of steering damage, and it looks like he might be repaired. He's got a fair few second gap back to Jovan. Oh, Jovan moves through on him, so Twadi is the next driver coming through the final chicane now. And I'm not sure if that's Jesus retiring for the race, or if he's just trying to repair his car.
I think repairing, I just saw the tire move, or... Yeah, why are the tires moving on their own is my question right now.
There is ghost mechanics. There's ghost mechanics.
That's not spooky at all.
Not at all. Well, looks like Jesus isn't going to finish the race because he's just said that he won't. So we'll focus on the leader, the man that managed to keep it on track. He managed to stay focused, and he is, well, he's not stepped a foot wrong. Ryan Skywalker flying around to complete the race. His best lap, a 1:41.631. So another very fast lap from the race, and there we go. Ryan Skywalker giving us some celebratory spins for the end of the race. That's a win. That's another win for Ryan Skywalker. No less than we'd expect. Michelle Rodriguez, the driver who didn't think he was going to do very well today and didn't even expect a podium for himself, comes second. Escapes the claws of Jesus.
He wasn't confident.
He wasn't confident at all.
Second.
I'm beginning to think he's just leading me on.
Oh, you know what, Ryan? If Ryan just got through the pit lane to finish the race,
and Michael Schumacher style finish.
Be annoying. Just like rubbing the salt into the wound for Jesus.
That would be very Michael Schumacher.
Ryan, bucket list, backwards over the line. He actually did it. What a madman.
What a madman. Isaac Gard in third, Loliger in fourth, Jovan Oosthuizen in fifth, and then coming across the line soon it'll be Twardy, Evil Goblin, Alexander Gray, Jesus still in the pits, and he's not going to finish any lower than 10th because that's been claimed by Just 911. So, despite finishing in the pits, just Jesus finishes 9th. Eric Schmendera finishes 14th after that. You know what? I might have to turn the damage down next time round. I'm not being funny, guys. I had trust in everyone. I had trust in the entire community, and they've just proved me wrong.
We told you it was a bad idea. Me, Michelle, and Alex. We told you it was a bad idea. You should have listened. It's your fault.
Yeah, I'll just do the broadcast. It's funny. So there we go. That's the first race over. Let's get on with the second. That'll come right now. There we go. Second race, reverse grid. So that means that lining up on the front row is going to be... Twardy? Excuse me.
I think it broke. It's broken. It's broken. Again. Anti-stall.
So, with Lando Norris joining me in the commentary box, and the game has decided to not line them up properly. This is, I think, one of the issues we've had with the server manager. The reverse grid is temperamental.
Just pretend you picked the race like an Irish thing. It will make you feel better. Oh God. It will not.
So not a reverse grid, this is a random grid, which is going to be even crazier, I am sure of it.
Oh, no.
So now we're one driver less, 15 drivers on the grid, 6 lights on, yellow banana car leading us off the line in Twardy, and away they go. Twardy gets a very good start from Jovan there, and who's that coming up the place? Is that Isaac Gard? Oh, and there's a driver around. There's already a driver around. Who's that gone around? It's Loliger. It's Loliger colliding with Isaac Gard once again. They've come to blows 2 times in 2 races, and they are round on backwards on the start finish line. There's another driver that's gone around in the background. Who's that? Eric Schmendera. Eric Schmendera once again is off on the first corner. No, Eric. And Michelle Rodriguez is round. You've got 4 of the top drivers this race. Isaac Gard, Michelle Rodriguez, Loliger, and Eric Schmendera all backwards on the first lap in the last 4 of the grid. So they're all going to have to find a way to fight through to get back to where, well, not where they belong, but where you'd expect them to be. Wow.
It wasn't Eric's fault. Someone just like turned into him. Let's follow me, Eric. I just saw that and I'm like, God. Okay, my friend is commentating. Spot turn 1, 2012. Yeah, that sums it up well.
That does sum it up well. At the front, Jovan Oosthuizen gets a good start, manages to, well, clear away from Twardy. Twardy down in 5th position. He must have had a bit of an incident, and he's dropped down into 5th from 1st. So Jovan leading them onto the back straight into the first chicane. Jovan from Jesus, from Ryan Skywalker, from Just 911. Just 911 looking to get a better go, and Jovan Oosthuizen has gone off the track, and Jesus has come up to try and take the move. What happened there for Jovan Oosthuizen? Onto the back straight into the first chicane. Jovan from Jesus, from Ryan Skywalker, from Just 911. Just 911 looking to get a better go, and Jovan Oosthuizen has gone off the track. So Jovan leading them, and they're still battling as they come out of the final corner. Jesus within a second of Jovan, so looking to make a move on him into the first corner. Not going to happen this time around. He's way too far back. Further back, there seems to be a big battle here. Is that Alex Heller and Alex Gray? 2 Alexes fighting side by side. Who's going to win, the Frenchman or the Swede? The Frenchman's ahead. Alex Heller is through on Alexander Gray's ahead, sorry. He's through on Alex Heller. And Alex Gray is now fighting with Twardy for 5th position, but not going to happen this time around. Coming into turn 3, he's going to try and make a lunge up into the hairpin. Ooh, he really thinks about it, does Alexander Gray, but not this time around. Jesus up ahead has managed to find a way past Jovan Oosthuizen on the straight. It looks like it must have been a very clean overtake because they both come off it very, very positively, and they're both still flying very quickly. Twardy's had a spin. He's dropped down all the way into 11th position now, even further back. So Alex Heller, Alex Gray, and everyone moves up 1 position. So Alex Gray there with 2 positions in about 5 corners after he got past Alex Heller on the start-finish line. This is a much better race than last time round and a lot closer. Ryan Skywalker also looking to replicate his first race win here, looking to try and make a move on Jovan Oosthuizen. They're coming down the straight. Jovan's just trying to throw him off the scent there, wiggling side to side. Or he might actually just be trying to control the car. You can never tell. But the two South Africans battling away in the final chicane, coming around into the final complex of corners. Jovan is, well, I think he's clinging on for dear life at this point because Ryan looks to be really, really about to make a move on him. Coming through the final corner, is Ryan Scout going to be able to get enough of a slingshot onto the start-finish straight to make a good move into the first corner? Let's take a watch. Slam, you take over. Commentate this overtake, it's coming.
This guy, Loigo and Ericsson Van Der are fighting in the back. It's 0 seconds, they are trying wheel to wheel. This amazing races from these two drivers. And Loigo, I can't talk. Well, Loigo is going on the top from Ericsson Van Der, going to Evil Goblin, which they are trying to change. And Eric is trying to dive bomb turn 1, and it is successful. It's weird, there's a lot of things happening on track right now.
Yeah, very much.
Going from Evil Goblin, that's another place for Ericsson Mandera, and Loiger going to try to do the same thing. If he can actually do it, would be fun. And he spun around Evil Goblin. Is he continuing? Oh, he is continuing. That's not sportsmanship like. Michel Rodriguez is trying to overtake Artyom, which is he is not successful at it, and Ericsson Mandar is sniffing his exhaust juice, and Artyom carnage. Michel is
absolute
the wall,
carnage
on the track.
Absolute carnage. I've got a replay. I've got a replay. Let's look back at that. I'm going to take a look back. Then Eric Mandera tries to come through and make a move, and well, Michelle just comes off worse for wear from all of that. Alex Heller spins off in the background, and there's a battle up at the front because Ryan Skywalker has got through on Jovan. So he's up in second position now and hunting down Jesus, but Jovan's not making it easy for him at all.
Just 911 is trying to get the slipstream for Jovan to overtake him into turn 1. Will it be deep braking? No, it will not. He brakes so much earlier than everybody into turn 1. I noticed that's weird. Jan is trying on Ryan Skywalker. He's getting the slipstream off, but then he does a stupid mistake every time.
he gets close, doesn't he? And then just backs off.
Then he does something stupid. Just goes over the curve. I don't know.
You know what? In these cars, it's a miracle that you can even control them.
Oh, it is.
But well, there we go. We've got 2-3 car battle, just 911 on Jovan on Ryan, but Ryan seems to be flying up. Flying away.
You can make fun of Michelle. He is driving NASCAR as well.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez there.
He was driving NASCAR as well.
With steering damage, comes into the pits to try and repair it. Michelle looks to be out the race for the foreseeable. He's down in last position. So
Eric is trying to dive Artyom. I'm just going to call him Art, and he actually does into the corner. I don't know which one is this now.
Box 9 into box 10. Eric Mandera makes the move, and gets up into 6th position there on a recovery drive after he got span out on the first corner.
Just 911 overtakes Johan in box 11 or 12, I don't know already. It's weird. These names help.
They're very Dutch. I can't even name them myself. I'm not even going to try that. Into the Kumo corner, which is named after the tyre brand. So into the Kumo tyres corner, just 911 makes a move on Jovan Oosthuizen, and well, very, very good driving from there. And honestly, I've got to give commendation to Jovan, because despite the fact that he's gone from first to fourth, and back to third again as he makes a move on just 911, but just 911 fights back. And then Jovan, sweeps around the outside of turn 3, manages to get back ahead of just 911. And as I was just saying, Jovan is a very clean driver today. He's probably the cleanest driver on track, and he's managing to make these overtakes. Well, he's managing to make them work for both drivers rather than spinning off and going into the gravel like half the overtakes have been so far. Jovan's been very considerate, because despite the fact that he's gone from first to fourth, and back to third again as he makes a move on just 911, but just 911 fights back. And then Jovan, he does always race clean. He does always race clean. I shouldn't expect no less. And as I was showing the replay there, just 911 manages to get past Jovan. I think Jovan just went a little bit off track, and it was through the sweeping right-hander at the top of the track, and well,
or he could have just lost control of the car and took a big drift at Bog 9, like he did just now. So
I think that's something like what happened.
Actually.
But just 911, yeah, through, and he's the second clear.
You're getting sleepy. You're calling this race boring, actually. Are you actually calling this race boring?
I'm not calling this race boring. I should turn down the damage so we can have more drivers actually compete. Michelle in the pits. Eric in the pits last time round. Jesus in the pits. You know what? The damage will next week round. The damage is getting turned back down. I'll make it competitive.
This was actually the first time the first race was more fun than the second one.
It is. This is a battle. Jovan breaks himself and then goes straight into the gravel. It is. This is a battle. Jovan break.
Yeah.
And he just straight disconnects.
Yep. Like no one is how to say it, defending from him doing it.
No, it's well, they're all kind of just sitting in the place. Evil Goblin.
Oh, it's already just spun in front of Evil Goblin. Yeah, that's fun. You say they're sitting and he just spun. This curse is real, and I'm saying it. I'm calling it.
There's no racing going on right now, so if that can curse us into having some serious racing, can it please work? Because Twaddy has spun and allowed Evil Goblin through, and that's the most overtaking that's happened in the last couple of laps. So Eric Jamandera, can you start making the move on Alexander Gray, please? Anyway, I'll follow him.
True, they're the closest ones on the track.
Yeah, I'll follow him because he's now within a second, and he is absolutely flying. Look at that, he's gained about half a second within a few corners. So I'm trying to use this curse for good, because coming down the straight, Eric Jamandera is going to try and make a pass on Alexander Gray. He's going to come through the not so straight into the chicane. You've got the right, left, and then bound into the final complex. Alexander Gray, yeah, looking to be all over the place there. Eric Jamandera trying to find a gap to get through. He's going to move to the outside, he's going to move to the inside, he's going to brake a little bit earlier than Alexander Gray. Going to try and switch back on him, coming into the second to last corner, round the final corner, a long right-hander. He's going to try and slingshot himself to get a serious move done on the start-finish straight. Eric Jamandera's got some serious speed on Alexander Gray here. He's going to move out to the outside, he's going to make a clean move, and he's going to be ahead before the first corner and on the inside, so as long as he can keep it all together for the first corner, and he can. Eric Jamandera is through on Alexander Gray. Let's take a look at that here. He's going to move out to the outside, he's going to make a clean move, and he's going to be ahead before the first corner and on the inside, so as long as he can keep it all together. Speed on Alexander Gray here. That's a modern day F1 move. Absolutely textbook. Who's that? Go on.
Oh, just 911 overtook Ryan Skywalker somehow. I don't know when and how.
Ryan Skywalker must have had an incident, because he has dropped back at least like 5 seconds from where he was. I think just 911 was a few seconds behind, so Ryan Skywalker must have had either a serious bit of oversteer or a little spin coming through the long right-hander at the top of the track, and well, coming around into Block 10, he is 4 seconds behind just 911.
He always had this like control. But sound is going slowly there.
That's Eric Jamandera.
Like control of the car. Now it seems that he's just, the car doesn't work anymore. That's what it seems. He always had like this strong steering, and now he's just overturning every corner. There might be a steering problem for him.
Might be a steering problem. Yeah, with that little spin, that might have done Ryan Skywalker some serious damage. This is, who's this? Eric Eichberger. Too many Erics on the track. I'm gonna be honest. Getting passed by Eric Jamandera and Alexander Gray. Eichberger looking to have some serious problems. He is going very, very slowly. Yeah, I think he's got a red steering damage, so he's going to come into the pits and try and repair himself this lap round. So, yeah, very interesting there. But the back marker's not causing any problems. I'm going to jump on board with Ryan Skywalker to see what he's driving like. Like you say, struggling a little bit after that spin. Not sure if there's been any damage caused to him. But he is driving with a little bit more force than typical, although I'm actually not sure what to expect from this car because driving with a bit more force could just be how this car is driven.
I can say one thing: we definitely have a marshal for this race. It's my friend that I just take things from right now. He thinks
Jesus has gone off.
Oh,
Jesus has gone off from the first place, and he's dropped all the way back into 3rd position. He must have had a serious incident because he was in the wall for box 9, so he must have had a spin on the exit of box 9, and just now 11 has moved up into 1st position, and Ryan Skywalker has moved through on Jesus there through box 9. I wonder what happened there. We'll have to try and find out from him after the race. But Jesus now in 3rd position with only a minute and a half to go. That's really put him out of contention for the win. In a car that he seems to be very comfortable with. He's just little mistakes tick up.
It's always the little mistakes. It's always.
Especially in a car like this, a little mistake suddenly becomes a very big mistake.
So now that Ryan is basically running away from him.
So yeah, now we've got just 911.
Our marshal is thinking that backmarker slowed Ryan down.
That for the race.
That may be the case, but that wouldn't explain the steering.
We are gonna have to have some stewards inquests. If you want a stewards inquest, send him some drivers. If you're listening to this and you want a stewards inquest, you need to send in some onboards after the race, and we'll have an FIA style verdict 2 days after the race is finished. Thank you very much for coming to the long.
I don't record the races because my computer is that bad.
The drivers can record the races. I trust them enough to record their own races. If they don't record it, they don't get a stewards inquest. Listen, the FIA can't get Max Verstappen's on boards. I can't get their on boards, you know.
They actually did. They did that. He was innocent, so.
You are a Red Bull fan, though, so you know.
I am a Red Bull fan. Let's be real.
Well, I'm going to jump forward to just 911 because he is coming into the final chicane, and he just has to hold on. He just has to hold on for one more lap from Ryan Skywalker and Jesus to win another race. And if he does win, that'll be 2 weeks in a row he's won a race, which is a very good streak to start on because this is his 2nd community race, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, true.
So that's a very good streak to start on.
His 4th, but it's weird.
Well, yeah, fourth total race, but 2nd event. Anyway, who's that still? Eichberger once again. It's Eichberger. Eric Eichberger sat still on the exit of pit lane, just trying to stay out the way of the leaders. So, I mean, fair enough. Just a little bit of an interesting place to stop. Generally, you just want to rejoin the track off the racing line. Alex Hellas seems to have had a spin somewhere on track, I think. He's just coming out the pits. And another driver that's had a spin is Twardy, and the leaders are going to come up to him very soon. He span on the exit of the long sweeping right-hander. He seems to have managed to get going again, but he might come into play very soon, as will Michel Rodriguez. Michel Rodriguez, down in 11th position, is going to get lapped very soon. If he doesn't speed up before the end of the race, he will get lapped by just 911 before the end of the race. Twardy's had another spin on the exit of box 9. Is he going to rejoin into place of just 911? No, he's going to retire. He got so close to the end and he chose to retire.
Adam,
retire.
We actually have our first official marshal for the track day races. So
it is FIA has come in to clean up the act because these drivers have been too much of a bandits.
Well, it's only a marshal. We don't have the stewards. So
Yellow flags. Yellow flags.
Yellow flags are for the system. He is just a reporter of little things like who bended and that.
I'm appreciating it.
Marshal.
I'm appreciating it.
Marshal Discord.
So, anyway, we'll get back on track here, Switzerland, because we've got a winner. We've got a new winner in the Lotus. Just 911 takes another win, 2 weeks in a row. A win for Just 911. Ryan thought he was only here for the Porsches. Turns out he was only here for winning, because he's won once again. Ryan Skywalker in 2nd position, and Jesus loses out on another win on the, well, 2nd to last lap and drops down into 3rd position. Despite that, he did put in a 1:40.664. Oh my goodness! Best lap, Ryan Skywalker. Ryan Skywalker's beat the world record.
Wait, what did he?
Yeah, this race round, Ryan Skywalker with a 1:40.399. He disconnects, but he has put in the best lap, well, best recorded lap that we have. So the RSR leaderboards have the best lap time as a 1:40.412, and Ryan Skywalker puts in a 1:40.399, but it's not recorded on RSR, so it won't go down in them history books. But we know Ryan Skywalker just broke the world record in the second race and still didn't win the race.
We are going to interview him, so you can say that to him.
We'll let him know. He's in the channel waiting.
The record. Well, but who are we going to interview if we can just find just 911?
Find just 911. We'll have an interview with him. We couldn't find him last week. Is just 911 in the house? Anyway, I'll round out the race before we jump into have a chat with the drivers. We've got just 911 taking a win. Ryan Skywalker coming second place and breaking the world record. Jesus coming third. Eric Shimandera in fourth. Alexander Gray in fifth. Isaac Garden sixth. Adsiom in seventh. Mr. Potgeiter, what's his first name? M. Potgeiter. Not very detailed there, but he comes home in 8th. Evil Goblin comes home in 9th. Alex Heller brings it around, and he's just coming around to finish the race in 10th position, followed closely by Eric Eichberger, the last two drivers to finish the race. I think between them there was 2 drivers, which will have been Michelle Rodriguez and I'm not 100% who the last driver would have been. Twardy? Maybe Twardy.
Maybe Twardy.
I'm not 100%. I lost track.
Eric is already just waiting for the interview. He is excited. He's already in general. Oh god.
Ryan Skywalker reporting in Discord, his pedals came off on the last lap. He had 1 foot holding his pedals on his rig. So that makes it all the more impressive that he managed to hold off Jesus for the final part of the race and come home second. Do you want to jump in and have a chat with the drivers, Switzerland?
Well, we can.
Moving chicanes.
Good evening, fellas.
Moving chicane.
People are coming by.
How's it going, guys?
Good evening, you, man.
Congratulations, Ryan, on another win.
Man. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna name all my cars that I win in. So
like Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, well, if he wants to copy me, that's fine. I'm gonna call this round car. I'm gonna call it Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday.
You didn't say that. He is the true master. No, fella is copying no one.
Do you guys know what happened on the last lap with me? My pedals came loose. I had to hold my pedals with 1 foot while braking and accelerating with the other foot. I had cramps in my left leg. You will not believe. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was very impressive to hold off Jesus right to the end there. And,
man.
Well, and you won the first race as well, so well done.
Yes, thank you.
Not able to get past just 911 in the second race, but I think he just cleared off. He did a very good job once again, didn't he?
Yep. It's so hot.
Just
Are you guys also feeling like
Ryan was pushing? He broke the world record on the lap on the. He broke the hot lap world record for this track with this car on the second to last lap.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to tell you, Ryan. On RSR, the world record is a 1:40.412, and you managed to put in a 1:40.399. So, as far as we're concerned, you're the world record holder, but you didn't record it on RSR, so not technically.
Yeah, it won't show, but it's like I'm like a nighttime champion now, so it's fine.
You're a champion in spirit, is what you are.
Yes, that's it. Me and Ruby Tuesday.
You know, Ryan and his Ruby Tuesday. Well, yeah, very good job. Eric, you had a rough time, didn't you?
That was terrible.
We saw you go around.
My right front wheel turned 180 degrees and it was facing the opposite direction. So when I was turning right, the wheels were cancelling out each other.
Yeah, so we saw you doing some wheel-to-wheel battling on the start line on the first race, and then you went round in the first corner on the second one. What happened there? Did you get bumped or?
Well, on the first race, I got hit from the side, so no
Yeah.
chance. And on the second one, there was just massive carnage in front of me. I had no idea what is happening, and I'm happy that I even went through it without having my suspension damaged.
Well,
So-
yeah. I mean, we did see you driving sideways at the end of the first race when it's the pits. You would have been all right driving NASCAR because you would have just been able to turn left, but unfortunately,
Eric, retire the car. Eric, you have to retire the car.
yeah, this was yes.
Yeah.
The marshals told you to give you a black flag.
There was two guys who came together on the grid of the second race. Two guys came together and I hit them and I had damage from not even before turn one. I had damage.
Yes, I do believe that was Isaac Gard and who else was racing him there? Goodness me, I've forgotten. Isaac Gard and
Michelle?
If it was Michelle,
Lolliger.
somebody better tell Michelle you don't spin on
Lolliger.
a straight, you spin on
No,
on the
Michelle.
corner.
Michelle did very well. Michelle managed to keep it together, and he stayed out your way. Considering how uncomfortable he was with the car, he managed to bring it home second. So I'm sure he'd be
that was a
happy
good
with that. Alex, you were getting a fair mix of roast and also commendation for the fact that you managed to keep it in a straight line and battle Evil Goblin, despite the fact that your wheels were like 45 degrees sideways.
Yeah. My steering wheel was upside down to keep it straight.
Yeah, I was impressed. But you were still you're getting laughed at nonetheless.
Yeah. First turn of the first race, I got in the middle of the track, and oh yeah, no. My car was still completely destroyed.
Yeah, it was very impressive. I was very impressed, but you still deserve the roast. Spitslam, do you have any questions for the boys after the races?
I don't think I do. I just saw a difficult race from you guys, so congrats for keeping it on track.
Was it a good show at least?
It was a good show. I'm going to turn down.
It was a good shit show.
Great show.
I'm going to turn down the damage a bit next time. I'm going to turn down the damage a bit.
Adam, no, we are keeping it 100.
I want to have a race, Spitslam.
This was a race. It was a great one.
Well, coming back from last place is definitely a race.
It was impressive. So well done, everyone, for
What happened
keeping it
to
on track.
Jovan? I just saw him disappear.
I think he had an outbreak. He outbraked himself on the first corner and then decided that he had enough and left the server. But
Okay.
well, he did well nonetheless.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done on winning, Ryan, and well
Thanks,
done for
man.
racing Eric and Alex.
Yeah, they were
Let's,
a tough crowd to have.
Tough racing. Let's jump back in the comms box, Spitslam, and we'll round out this stream. See you guys later.
So yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, so well there we go. That was a bit of comms with Alexander Great, Eric Shimadera, and Ryan Skywalker there to round out the race. Ryan winning a race, just 9-11 winning the second one, and a nice sprinkle of chaos and good racing to boot. How would you make of that, Spitslam?
I think we definitely keep into 100% damage. I think this was the first time for me that I enjoyed the first race than the second one.
I'm going to put a poll in the community and we can decide on next week.
Yeah, that would be fair, actually. That would be fair.
We'll do a bit of democracy, but well, no, we'll find out next week. We'll be back next week once again live streaming. Me and Spitslam will be here, and I'm sure everyone else will, because where else would you like to spend your Tuesday night other than watching a Track Titan live stream? It's the best place to be. So well, that's it. I'm going to round it off there. Thank you to everyone for joining us on the live stream, wherever you're watching us from. I've been Adam Chapman, commentating the race today, this 23rd community race. And yeah, make sure to sign up to tracktitan.io. I've been Adam Chapman, joined by Spitslam today. Say goodbye, Spitslam.
Bye, guys.
And we will see you this time next week. Thank you for joining us.